Brother, we've ran through bodies.
What Ozempic currently right now is doing, borderline groundbreaking stuff, right?
This is why I was asking about the One Nation thing, because One Nation was second last.
Yes, One
But it
Nation
was only
also
because I
second last.
needed to put Trumpet of Patriots.
Patriots as last.
Were you ever celebrated when you...
Me?
Yeah.
First of all, I've never been that fat.
I said I hope with the new age that is coming, I'll get a glow up. Like,
favorite
oh
look
my
yet,
gosh,
yeah.
if I get a glow down, I will actually cry.
Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche, Volvo. Yep.
Your time was up 8
Oh,
years
time
ago.
did not. I thought I was cooking.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Disruption Podcast.
Hey.
We hope you guys have been doing well. We got an hour and 20 minutes to entertain you. We're going to be talking elections. We have the same prime minister as the last 4 or 3 years, whatever it is. We have Marwa has turned 28.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
happy birthday. We have a whole bunch of stuff to get on. Like, comment, subscribe, share it around.
Yes, sir.
Rate us on Spotify. Open the app right now. 5 stars.
Only.
Leave a comment too so that the next person knows how good this is.
Yep.
God willing, we're going to give you the greatest 2-month run of episodes
Oh, yeah.
in the second half of this year.
Yeah.
Hopefully this is not just talk,
Glazing.
but if it happens, the price is up. Anyway,
That's it.
it's not the Baghdaddy.
It's Chief Alasaji in the building, baby.
It's the girl Moeezy.
Yeah, and Carlos has duties today.
Yeah, man.
The
If we pan the
keys,
camera,
man.
you
Honey, I shrunk the car.
Bro, if the camera's on. We've got a YN in place of Carlos over there, man. No, a legitimate young.
Oh,
You get me,
Yeah.
man.
your choice.
Hey, man. Welcome to the people. 295, man. We're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Happy birthday, Marwa, for real.
Marwa, happy
Yeah.
birthday,
I mean, you
28.
just blurted my age like that.
I mean,
Oh.
bro, it's
What if I was one of
28.
those people that like, I don't want people to
Can
know
I
how
be
old
honest?
I am?
Those are the worst people.
Why?
Do you think at
like,
all
what's
ages you
the-
should just say it? Because I've always held that opinion. Like, what is
Bro.
why? You know the people did it in secret. Just say your age.
Like,
It's
I
your
don't
age.
want
I won't
to.
ask. If you're an older lady, I'm not gonna ask.
But I feel like I should be able to ask.
But like, just don't be like, I'm 21 again. Like, no, you're not. You have 21 wrinkles.
oh,
Okay, we don't need to do that.
Oh,
damn
sorry.
it. I don't know. In my mind, it's like that's your age, bro. Like it's a fact.
No, of course.
Bro, it's a
Of course.
blessing. It's
Yeah,
not just
but
a
guys,
fact.
some people actually don't like the idea of aging or
That's
like,
sad.
yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
That's all I
or-
can say. I don't know.
Like, they don't like
But we shouldn't
physically
be.
aging or the fact that they're closer to
Physically,
death.
or it's like, you know, turning 30 or whatever it is. It's like, I'm supposed to be somewhere, but I'm not. So I don't want to be telling people that this is my age.
I hear it, but it's like, for me, the way I look at it, I'm like, regardless of whether I tell them or not, I'm still not going to be in that place. If I'm not in that place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
my
that's
age
true.
doesn't change. The place I'm in doesn't change.
That is true. That is
Just
true.
wear it, bro.
Wear it.
The only I do think your 30s and your 50, like 30 years old,
Markers.
50 years old, are big markers.
Of course.
Because I'm always wondering, like, okay, are we dragging it? Like, and why do we make 30 be such that age that it is?
Yeah.
But then again, why is it 30 that's that marker though?
I think
Like,
it's,
what do we contextually think
it's
is
a
actually
real
going on
adult
there?
age.
It
Like,
is.
every stage of life normally actually is achieved by then. I would maybe not nowadays, but it's like every main stage, including marriage and children, historically has been achieved by that
Like
age.
things
Yeah,
begin
yeah.
to, it's not coast, but it's everything has been set and now we
it's
let them play out.
nurturing the
Your
decisions
marriage
I've made.
plays out,
Yeah.
your children plays out, your career plays out.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting.
That's
look
what,
at it that way, yeah.
society would deem, I guess.
No, but like, yeah.
Yeah. So how do you feel?
I
Happy?
feel good. I'm just thankful, you know, very, very thankful for life.
Different
Was
to
able
last
to
year, huh?
spend it.
Ah,
Yeah, every person you get the opportunity to tell. You tell them I was sad and crying.
you
on my
said it
birthday last
yourself,
year.
man.
I know. I did say it on the podcast. I was in Bali. I don't know why I was crying
Thailand.
on my birthday. Thailand, last year. Yeah, I was just looking back at the memories. I said, wow, what a blessing. But no, 28, I'm really excited because I've always said I'm looking forward to my 30th. Like, I don't know what it is, but I'm like, my 30th birthday.
God willing,
it's God willing, you know, I'll be able to see it and experience everything that, you know, God has. But yeah, no, 28, I feel good. I feel happy. Got to celebrate with, you know, friends, family.
Haps.
It was a
That's
good
fun.
time, man.
Haps,
It was
bro.
a good time. So we thank God. We thank God for another year.
That's cute.
Do you think you've outgrown anything at this point now? Not because like, oh, this sounds like I'm setting her up.
Yeah.
Like I've been thinking you should have
Yeah, you
outgrown
really have.
something. No, I promise you.
really
I'm just
have.
genuinely asking and curious. Like, do you think that you've outgrown anything?
I don't think I've outgrown anything, but I've really made it a point. I said this year, I was even telling you this morning, I said, I'm going to implement new habits. Like I have to. This has to be the year. I can't keep saying, no, I'm going to put it off, whatever. But I said this year, and I'm holding myself accountable, I'm going to implement new habits. I'm going to, it's a whole 365-day plan type of thing. Like I want to see myself advanced and at a much better place next year. So we'll see, guys.
You know, in Korea, you're 30. The way Koreans count age is completely different.
How do they count
When
it?
you come into the world, you're 1.
Okay.
Right? And they say the number after on their birthday.
So I'm 20 now.
So
So
you're
30.
So yeah. So
Oh, so I'm 30 already.
in Korea.
Wow.
It's so crazy.
Is this propaganda?
No, South Korea.
It's
South Korea.
legit?
Yeah.
South Korea even.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, that's the
okay.
one we can get information out of. Dead ass.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Theirs is completely different. And then there's other places that this one, to be honest, is more logical to me. Other places will mention the year they're entering. So like technically, like me and you, this is our 29th year of life.
Okay.
Right? Because 0 to
So
1
you're
was a
entering.
year that I experienced. But we just said 0 all the way until 1.
1, yeah.
But it's like, really, no, that's my first year of life, second year of life. This is my 29th year of life.
That you're
That's
entering
what, I was
into.
just thinking that
So
today.
how old are you? I'm 29. I get that a little bit.
How did the Ethiopians do it? They have a different
I
calendar,
think
no?
they just got a mash
They
up.
count, they just iOS upgrade, guys. Come on.
Just,
Them and the Muslims, come on.
just need
Let's
to run
go
that
on.
up, bro.
iOS upgrade now.
Wow, man. Yeah, you guys are really 28 for
Yeah.
real, bro.
We-
Far out, man. This
We
is,
love it. You're joining us soon. How about you?
Yeah, I will. But for me, it feels like it's ages from now, and I think it is.
It is
It's
age.
like
It's a whole,
8
like,
months,
till
bro.
next
Yeah,
year.
it's all the way next year,
Yeah,
bro.
all the
But
way
what
next
the
year.
heck? What excites y'all then about this 28 that you've entered? What does it feel like for you guys now? What is exciting to you guys at this
See,
age?
I'm just joining you.
Or excites you as you're getting closer to 30 then?
Do you actually? This might be more for you, but it is for me too. But like, you know how women often say they feel like they look their best in their 30s? Is that something that excites you?
In my 30th?
Yeah, in your
30s.
30s, like that.
Honestly,
does that excite you? the
even
thought of-
today, like I had a few people were like, wow, you look so like, you look good. I said I said, I hope with the new age that is coming, I'll get a glow up.
My
Like,
favorite
oh
look
my
yet,
gosh,
yeah.
if I get a glow down, I will actually cry. So I'm like, yeah,
Pregnancy
hopefully.
knows how to-
Bro, some of these TikTok transformations,
Bro,
pregnancy-
they're
man.
scary. These have to be outliers. They have to be outliers.
It can't be the comment, that bell curve.
It's
the
Brother,
truth,
the whole bell
man.
curve exists over here, bro. Crazy.
It's what
bro.
happens, guys. It's what happens.
Yeah, your nerves either goes here or here.
Yeah, nah, because, that'll be a mad. I mean, hey, man, you know,
You're gonna love them regardless.
Of
have
course,
to.
you have to. What?
I don't know about that.
No, you have to.
But you always say that you feel you look the best in this coming
Well, I
years.
mean,
huh?
I hope so. I would hope so. But that's why I'm like, with these new habits and stuff, hopefully it like also happens to, change me physically. Like, I just want to be healthier.
Yeah.
I want to be healthier. And hopefully with that, comes the glow. So we'll
Hey,
see, man.
I don't feel like we look like adults.
Yeah, we really don't.
All of us. Everyone around us. Do you
Brother,
know-
I'm bald with a beard. What the frick do you mean I don't look like an adult?
It's because we know his personality.
that's actually
It's-
what it is.
because we know his personality. That's why.
No.
hard to
Everyone,
view him
everyone
as an
needs to be
adult.
quiet. Think of a 32-year-old that you know, yeah?
Okay.
You don't look
No,
like
no,
an
no.
adult with your ears
Back
pierced
in
and
the
that.
day,
Yes.
Right.
Do we drag it?
no, when you'd see photos of our parents, they looked old.
Yes.
They
Yes.
looked old.
Yes.
All of them. Even
My-
when they looked young,
Yeah.
they looked old.
Bro, because my
Bro,
parents...
tucking shirts in at 11.
Brother, and the shirt, the pants is up to your
Bro,
nipples.
the belt's at the nipples, bro.
There's one photo I'm thinking about from your dad.
My dad,
He
yeah?
looks like that.
Oh. No, because what? My parents came to Australia at 27 years old, so my age right now.
Wow.
Dog, they did not... I didn't look like them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That man
we
was
do look
grown.
better than any previous
Oh my
generations
gosh.
have. I think the average person. But
Yeah. Nah, they were looking good a little
they
bit. They're
look
nice.
healthier. We look drippier. They looked healthy.
We looked, bro. They look nice, bro. And even sometimes they had the look like the hair. You know, some of them
Yeah,
guys that the hair one
yeah.
was 2 levels,
Yeah.
and then they had a little hoof
Yeah,
going
yeah,
on
yeah.
here, bro. They
Follow
look clean.
the road. Follow the road.
bro.
That
Nice
is
little
true.
path situation. I don't think we look like adults for some reason.
Do you feel like an adult?
Because
at
I'll
least?
tell you why I think this. So Marwa, I got her a little film cam as well, yeah. So she was taking photos of me yesterday.
Yeah.
I was taking photos of her, and I was like, oh snap! Like these are the photos that our kids will look at, right?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, look at mom, look at dad.
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they were.
yeah.
But I said, bro, this looks like a teeny bopper. I look like teenage. This is not retro, bro.
It's not giving. Yeah, it's not
Although
giving retro.
I think this could also be the cultural differences between your parents and you. Because when you look at, like, let's say, young Americans, right?
Yeah.
Both white and black, to be honest, right? It's like they look similar to how their parents. You know, you see those like, oh, this was my parents in the 90s, TikTok or whatever. And it's like the dad had the ears pierced, baggy sweater, whatever, all this kind of stuff. And the son looks like that right now.
Yeah.
Right? And it's like, whatever. And it's like, because the cultural differences didn't change too much between parents and child, they lived within the same context.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Bro, like, how am I going to look the same as my dad who grew up in Iraq in the 70s?
Yeah, that is very true.
Bro, wearing Safinja, beautiful sandals, and you're walking around with Air Forces. You're never going to be the same guy, bro.
Bro, he faced Air Forces. Oh,
Hey.
Oh, shout out dad, bro. Yeah, no, it's an interesting time, man. Like, I wonder what our kids would think of us, like, at this age. I don't think we look like older people, man.
And also they can have full colored photos.
Bro,
and
this is
everything.
what I was talking to a
videos.
photographer recently. He's like, he was actually the restaurant, the chef guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he was talking about how, like, he was trying to go down an escalator, and then there was a young girl doing it, TikTok. 2 girls, sorry, at the bottom of the escalator. And looked at him like, bruv, are you all right? Like, you're coming in my way of my TikTok. He's like, dog, you're in the way of my escalation.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to finish my path here. And he's like, this generation is completely different. Like, where you can put a camera in front of anyone's face in the general public now, and people are just typically
they actually won't bat an eye.
they're willing to. What's the question? What's the challenge? Blah blah blah. Right? And he's like, yo. Our grandparents is like, oh, here's this one photo of grandma that we have from this event. Here's this photo, and now for us, here's this photo of grandma at this birthday. Oh, and here's the other one. Oh, and here's the other one as well. Oh, and this one too. There's 100 photos we'll take from one event.
Yeah.
What the heck?
It's also like access levels, because like nowadays everyone has access to the phones, right?
Yeah.
So everyone has access to
bro.
the photos, and good quality photos as well, or decent at the worst, right?
If you know how to use it, man.
Even up to 90s, early 2000s, but not everyone had access
Yeah.
to camera, regular video camera, right? It was a whole thing, right? Dad bought a video
Man had that
right? Yeah, did one with the eye socket,
with the
right?
monocle, bro.
So like, because I looked at my, like, I don't have that many baby photos of myself.
Yeah,
Like very few baby photos.
Yeah.
I know people that like they don't have any baby photos of themselves.
How mad is that?
And they were born same year as me, right? And so it's like, why was the reason? Oh, well, your parents were way less well off than mine even.
You don't know what you looked like.
Crazy.
What do you mean?
Crazy.
There's no evidence of what you look like.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
But now it's like you have hundreds, probably your
Bro,
niece,
you have
nephews,
to grab
all
pages,
of
bro.
that.
Oh,
Yeah.
they took a poo up their back. Take a photo. Back
Yeah,
then, they were
bro,
like, hey,
what?
don't waste the film.
You have to prioritize the film on that, man.
Oh god.
Ah, man. Hey, we pray for a good year to come for sure, man.
man.
28, man.
That's
That's
it.
great.
New habits.
28.
You got a new set of Lululemons.
That's it, man. My first set of
Does it
Lulu.
feel comfortable?
Thank you.
Do you-
Thank you. I haven't tried it on yet though.
Oh, okay.
I haven't tried it on yet, so I'm gonna try it on when I don't even know if I want to exercise in it.
What? Okay. What?
Like, I
I'm willing
think
to
I
hear
just-
it out.
I just wanna wear it.
Like you want to go to
'Cause
the
it looks
shops
nice.
and
Athleisure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
it,
hear
I
man.
know someone who doesn't
I'm not
want.
gonna lie, bro. If I was a girl,
Okay, talk to me.
That's what you do.
yeah,
Baddie over there,
because
bro.
guys do that. We've been doing that for time. Basketball shorts, whatever. That's our version of athleisure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basketball shorts and a white tee.
Yeah.
Air
Nah,
Force.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. The CEO would not like that at all, though.
Founder, not CEO. Founder.
Wait, no, he
Oh,
wouldn't
what?
mind Marwa wearing it.
He wasn't a fan of people wearing it as athleisure, though, wasn't he?
Oh, so he wants people to work out.
He wants people to
He
work
wants-
out
yeah,
in these
yeah.
clothes and
Yeah,
fit
yeah.
people only. He said athletic people.
Yeah.
Forgot his name even. Let's get that man's name. Bro.
Chip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Chip?
His
Chip?
name is.
Hey.
That's an unhealthy food, Chip.
He's been having some situations that actually, hasn't he,
That's
bro?
a character.
That is
That's a
absolute
character.
In this day and age specifically,
Are you allowed to be that character?
that's a stance.
And the owner of
And
one
the
of
owner of a successful company
Is
as
he
well.
still the owner of anything?
Nah, I think he
Also, are these things true or are they just like...
propaganda.
Is it- you remember like, I don't know if you guys know this, but back in the day, there was this whole thing of Tommy Hilfiger didn't want black people
Yeah,
wearing his
hey.
clothes.
Yeah.
And he had to go on Oprah and be like, I never said this. Right?
I was running that flag.
But my mom used to tell me, yeah, she was like, oh, yeah, it's really bad. Tommy Hilfiger's that. I was a kid.
And
I
then
was
he
like,
said
oh,
he never did.
Bro, we'd feel a bit conflicted
More for
sometimes.
us.
Bro, we'd go to America, buy the cheap because it's cheap there, bro. Buy the Tommy Hilfigers, come back to Australia, try to wear that on the low key.
Mom, Dad, is this Tommy? No,
Tony, right?
Oh,
What's his name?
His name is Chip Wilson.
Chip Wilson.
Yeah.
Right.
So what he did was he had in 2024 he did an interview, and so this is his comment that he said. He said they're trying to become like the Gap, everything to everybody. You've got to be clear that you don't want certain customers coming in. So I think with the whole like he doesn't want black people wearing it, they kind of
wait, black people.
No. Because
hey, Marwa's trying to spin a new story.
No, because this is actually what some of the commentary is online, and I think people misunderstood his comment. He was just talking about this brand is meant to be for, you know, people who are exercising, and he has an image of a certain look, certain
Athletic
type.
people, he said.
However, he's saying now that it's everyone wants to be included in it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
Did you
carry on.
say fat or black?
I said black.
No, it's not a black people team.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay,
it's
good.
not. It's
No,
not
but I'm
a
saying
black.
that's not even the- I'm saying that's not even
Tommy
social
Hilfiger thing was the
comment.
black people thing.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, but I'm saying social commentary wasn't even about the black
it
team.
was. No, it was.
Nah, it was about fart.
It's
was about-
no.
it
The
was
actual
about
thing is about
gorditos.
people oversized.
yeah.
But then people are saying, "Oh, he doesn't even like black people."
Oh, okay.
Even with the recent song that's coming out as well, that
Oh, wait, no,
Lululemon.
yes, with the song
yeah.
too.
So there's a lot, but just to dismantle.
There's a bit of
okay,
discourse
okay,
that
yeah,
started
yeah,
coming in as well.
yeah,
now,
So
yeah.
it's not
Sense,
about
alright,
that.
Is the Asian people thing true?
Well, hold up. Finish your thought.
Okay,
I
yeah.
want to hear whatever you.
Wait,
were you
what's-
gonna read something else?
Yeah, so it says that he also criticized the companies. So he's just the founder. He's
Yes.
not
Yeah.
the CEO
Anymore,
And
though,
also
right?
the CEO came out and said we don't align with these views, and so they've kind of like distanced themselves from
the founder.
all of
On
that,
this is
right?
what I was saying is so crazy about once you go public as a company. Man.
Yeah,
When we
you
talked
don't
about it last
have-
week, how wild is it that you
Yeah.
can found something, now you have a board of directors, all that kind of
how
stuff,
you do.
Yeah.
and they say shoot, but then it's like, and then you almost become an employee sometimes as well.
Literally.
Which is like, obviously, if you're a good person, a good company, it works out perfectly.
Great. The guy that had the vision is still here.
Yeah.
And the stock price
Beautiful,
is
bro.
existing
Yeah,
and
like
gone up. Great.
synergy. But when you're moving like a freaking pagan, and they're saying no, that's
Yeah.
not the direction you want to go in, and now you have to show up at this speech or whatever,
Yeah.
post this thing. That's crazy. That this is your vision that's taken away in that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, what were you saying? They're apart, right?
Yeah. So they're apart. So they're just pretty much like, yeah, we don't align with. So what his thing is like, you know, the whole diversity and inclusion thing. Like we don't
Yeah.
all have to partake in it. And then I think he also slammed the company's ads. So saying that the models that he described them pretty much as unhealthy, sickly, and not inspirational, which is actually wild. Like, how are you gonna be saying stuff like that, bro?
It's tough. It
That's
is very
actually
crass,
wild.
obviously, right?
And they had to do a lot of damage control.
Yeah.
Oh, the damage control
lot
is
of
a
damage
madness.
control.
I think it's not a thoughtful thing to be out here confidently saying. But the tough part is if you are trying to definitely set up, if your intention was to set something up as an athletic looking company, and you see that shifting away into that inclusive space, obviously because this is where we're at in our world this day. It might make you mad a little bit, yeah, because obviously, yeah, as you're saying, the models start to look different as well, which is we get a little bit more plus size, all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff, right? And he's like, dog, this isn't my
what-
target demographic.
so what I
how do
intended.
how do you reconcile that?
That's really hard because there's two sides of it. In a way, I look at him and I'm like, what do you love more? Athletic bodies or people getting healthier?
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Because if it's athletic bodies, his line of thinking makes sense according what he's saying makes sense with his reasoning for thinking.
Yeah.
I just go, I don't know if that's the right reasoning. Like I you would think if it's all about fitness, why not? You should love people getting fit
Of course.
more,
of
right?
course.
Now, if put it this way, like there's that whole thing of like Toyota is made for everybody, right? A Maserati is not,
Yeah.
right? Maserati requires a certain level of income, a
Yeah.
certain prestige, a certain whatever, all this kind of stuff to acquire that. I think we're not used to the idea of,
Exclusivity in that sense.
actually, we are used to that idea when it comes to clothing. Dior, Gucci, all that stuff, we're
It's
used
all-
to it, right? It's like,
But
I
okay.
can't go in
Tax
and buy
bracket.
Dior.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, that's a different kind. Like that's a monetary thing where money is not a respecter of culture.
I agree.
Or ethnicity,
I agree. This
right?
is where I'm like, it's tough because on a straight business thing, I'm like, I can get how you go. Okay, I want my thing to be associated with these kind of bodies.
Yeah.
So I need to, but you can't price out fat people because there's rich fat people.
Yeah,
a
of
lot.
course.
And there's poor skinny people that can't buy what you have as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so it's like, there's no way to actually exclusify this other than not selling those sizes.
Goodness
Right?
gracious.
Yeah.
But now that you're a publicly listed company and whatnot, obviously, and you want to maximize profit, that's the whole point of being publicly listed, right? It's actually, in Australia, I'm pretty sure it's technically illegal to not maximize profit, right? Which makes sense because it's like you're going into business to do business.
Yeah.
You know what I
remember
mean?
something like this because what is it? That's
Yeah.
what's that thing called?
I'm not explaining it
IPO,
perfect,
right?
but that's the initial public offer.
Yeah, so like when
for
you
your share
open up,
price, yeah.
right?
You want it to be as high as or as strong as it can possibly,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
retainable as whatever. You know what I mean? And then it hopefully goes up from there.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't
So
think.
it's a weird thing because you can't really do anything once you're public, and it's like now there's going to be all these laws around like, all right, there's requirements if you're going to be a publicly listed company. You need to be, not
Socially responsible.
Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I was looking for the word like corporate social responsibility, all that kind of stuff. Like all these things come into play. It's like you can't not sell anything above a XL, right?
Yeah. Oh man.
That's tough. Also, because like, what if someone's just actually really tall,
Yeah.
right?
I'll take that.
And they need the length. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Lululemon men's as well? Oh, yeah, Shannon Sharp wears them.
Oh, not a good ambassador there at the moment.
It's complicated. Obviously we've heard the name thing for time, the Lululemon.
Facts or false?
There's truth to it, right?
Okay, talk to me.
But it makes some sense on a business thing
All right.
again.
Okay.
So the folklore around it is that he called it Lululemon because Asians struggle with the letter L, right? And there's some sort of feelings that he has towards Asians, right? And so essentially like, let me put as many L's in this name to make it as hard as possible. You guys can imagine how it would sound. I'm not going to do it.
Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, go. But this is actually the truth, right? So the name Lululemon was intentionally crafted by founder Chip Wilson in 1998 as a marketing strategy aimed at appealing to Japanese customers.
Appealing to.
It makes sense, right? Wilson observed that Japanese speakers often find it challenging to pronounce the letter L, which is not native to their language. He believed that incorporating multiple L's into brand name would make it sound distinctly Western and thus more attractive to the market. That makes sense. The same way, for example, an Indian guy told me, he's like, if you start a burger chain in India or a burger restaurant, it takes off because they associate it with Western living.
Yeah.
And that's what
Everyone's trying to chase a little
people are
bit.
trying to, get to.
Yeah.
In his book, Little Black Stretchy Pants, that must be his book, Wilson explained that he had previously experienced success in Japan with a brand containing the letter L and wanted to replicate that appeal.
Okay.
He stated brand names with L's in them sounded even more authentically North American/Western, especially to the 22-year-olds, right?
Because I was going to say, what's the affinity towards Japan?
I think he
clearly
had
he's
done
some
something
business.
there and
Yeah.
whatnot, And also Japan's just a great market for
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
I think I say this all the time. Like when artists used to drop albums, there's the Japan only version that had like
they
two
run.
extra songs that only existed there, right? However, this naming strategy has been criticized for cultural insensitivity. Wilson's remarks, such as finding it amusing to watch people attempt to pronounce Lululemon, have been deemed offensive. The company has since distanced itself from Wilson's comments, emphasizing that its views do not reflect the company's values or belief. Despite the controversy surrounding its name, Lululemon has grown into a global recognized brand, blah, blah. Okay, cool. So there's a business decision as to why he called Lululemon, which is, I can't say it's not smart. I don't know if it's right, but I can't say it's not smart. Also, even as native English speakers, it's a great catchy name. From the first time I heard it, I've never forgotten it.
I've never forgotten it either.
Lululemon.
I'll forget all of the other ones. Sometimes I'm just confused about the names of all the other ones.
Yeah.
Right?
When did it pop off?
Lululemon.
Yeah.
No idea.
I definitely think around like probably 2014-ish, like it just started
The past 10 years. Okay, right. Because I'm like, has it been popping for the past 10 years or did it get insanely
I think it
popular
got insanely
in the past
popping
2
recently.
years
Yeah.
kind of situation?
Yeah.
All right, on this body positivity side of things then,
Yeah.
right? Because obviously I think this was a conversation we didn't have at the time where Lizzo lost a sensational amount of weight, right? And
Lizzo looks great.
She does look very,
Lizzo
very
came out
nice,
looking
yeah.
sensational, right? And this is the thing, because obviously a lot of the time, people were obviously championing her for body positivity in the sense that she was carrying a lot of like extra weight, but proud of and confident in herself, right?
Yeah.
And there's that one video that still kills me when someone was like commenting, I bet you her bed can't support her weight or whatever. She's like, what do you mean? Runs and jumps on it like crazy, right? It's like,
Lizzo be eating, bro.
Oh, and Lizzo be eating, man. What a time, yeah. So I just wanted, because obviously everyone now celebrated and what's the word here? Celebrated and I guess encouraged her for losing all of that weight, right?
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, what do we want people to be pushed towards, or what do we champion and celebrate? Because I hear the part of like, everyone shouldn't feel like they're ugly. People shouldn't feel like they're less than or whatever, like when it comes to carrying straight, whatnot. But there should be a level of maybe the health aspect of things that's a conversation that needs to be had, right? So I wonder, because both things were celebrated, which is good.
Yeah.
But then is there a direction that we're meant to celebrate towards or what? I don't know.
I hate the stance of. So let me ask you a question first. What people want is they want people to feel happy about themselves.
Yes.
That's what they want.
For sure.
Yes.
So like, if you're happy with the weight, we're happy for you. If you're happy to have lost the weight, we're happy for you.
Yeah.
Right? That's what people want.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily agree with that.
Yeah.
I think there's a level of, because I hate when people go, yeah, sure, they're 400 pounds, but I'm healthy. It's like, no, you're
So what's
not.
400 pounds? That's 200 kilos, right? For us?
Just under, probably. Yeah, like 190 or something, right?
Yeah.
And it's like you're probably not. You have to be a real outlier to be that
Very
heavy
healthy at
and
that.
healthy, right? And it's like you can be 10, 15 kilos over, 20, 25 kilos over.
Over like your optimal potential weight?
Yes, and still able to run a marathon and all this stuff. Like, absolutely you can, right? You're not at your optimal weight, but you can convince me you're healthy.
Yeah.
If you're 120 kilos over, you're not convincing me or anyone else. You're just lying to yourself.
120, bro, is crazy, man.
I mean, like, again, this
Not
is not
the
about
weight,
shaming or
120,
nothing,
120
whatever.
over.
But that's the thing. It's like you're technically like 2 average women over your weight. You know what I mean? Like that's. Well, I don't know if that's average
crazy.
women, but like as in probably is globally
Average
average.
woman is probably like 70, 60 even, to be
right,
honest.
65
70,
ish, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
sure, it was like nearly 2. It's like that's.
Bro,
Like that's not healthy.
I saw this one video recently of a guy. He looked like he was trying to lose weight or something, or maybe he was just dancing with TikTok. Big guy, yeah. Jumped up, knee snap off. I said, this is exactly what this can't be good for the body, bro. Just the whole thing gave way. I was like, oh man, that's a wake up call if I've ever seen one, kind of thing. You know what I mean, bro?
It's scary, bro. Like some of those weights is just like it's. You have to be realistic of going like, okay, I'll say I'm healthy, but it's like how happy. Or sorry, I'll say I'm happy, but it's like how happy are you really when like every time you get on the plane you got to take up more than one seat, right? Or you're spilling into the next seat. And this is not like, again, this is not about shaming at all. It's just like, bro, myself, I swear there was one point where I was like, dog, I don't feel comfortable in this plane seat. It's probably a smaller plane seat, but I was also probably at a bigger point, you know?
Yeah.
Bro,
And I was like, there's something has to change right now.
the one that killed me was when how you can when you sit in like the front row seats, but they got the
they're tight.
they have
Yeah, have to have
the
that.
thing on the
They're
side like
tight.
it's
I'm
a,
touching
it's a
both sides.
Bro, forget the touching, but yes.
You
I'm
can't
also
move
stuck
it.
in it.
Yeah, you can't move those ones.
I have to get up by peeling myself. Right?
Crazy.
So and then it's like, okay, well, if I'm standing up for more than 4 minutes, my knees start to hurt. Like that stuff, this stuff all contributes to being depressed. at a
So
certain
were
point.
you ever celebrated when you
Me?
Yeah.
Dog, okay, first of all, I've never been that fat. I've never, what the frick are we talking about? I used myself as an example one time. hey, I shot at myself, don't shoot me too.
Have you ever been celebrated?
I haven't been celebrated. The hell? Although men's body positivity, and we've talked about this, I think when we did the letters to our younger self, is completely different. Like there is no body positivity for men.
Oh yeah.
In what sense? In what sense?
You reckon?
There is no body
Oh,
positivity
okay.
for men amongst men.
But is there also body shaming though? I don't think. I
Yes.
think is there?
There's one guy on TikTok, and shout out to him. He was heavy. He plays football, but like he does like shots. Like essentially, there's a lot of guys that do content where it's like just like free kicks and things like that.
Right.
He's a big boy and tall, like minimum 6'4", but like heavy. Like I think when he started doing content, he was about 230 kilos, 260 kilos.
Is it a black guy?
White guy.
Oh no!
And all the comments, bro.
Oh no!
They'll be like Roberto Calories instead of Roberto Carlos. They'll be like, just player names swapped out.
Or them chicken wings.
Yeah. Like
bro.
just everything. Bro, he has lost, no joke, I think it's about 70 or 80 kilos now.
Wow.
Right? And he's still going,
Amazing.
right? Like he still needs to lose weight. But it's like, there is no body positivity per se for men. And if it exists, I would say it only exists in super left. Right? Like as in...
It's not the
I'm gonna fully stereotype here, but it's like it's the guys that are dressing the way like EJ Johnson will dress or something. You know what I mean? Yeah. You're Saucy Santana type guys, whatnot. Right? It's like because it's like there'll be girls around them that would celebrate the women that are like that, so they'll celebrate these guys that are in the fishnets with like all the excess weights and everything.
Fishnet with the man.
Do you? I'm not joking, bro. And the pasties
and the
on,
pasties, bro.
What are they called? I don't know.
Yeah, pretty sure that's them. Wow.
But but body because it's like right now, like the weight that I'm at right now, I know girls that are shorter than me and way heavier, right? And that's fine. Who cares, right? But it's like when I've seen the way like they're confident to dress,
it's very different,
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like as a guy,
could never.
And maybe I have more like self-esteem issues, to be honest, as well than the average person. But I'm like, I'm more self-conscious about it. No, I'm not saying I would. I'm saying shout out to them.
Yeah.
Like,
of course, yeah.
The confidence is great, all that kind of stuff. Whatever. I'm just saying, like, as a guy, I feel like I'd get more like people going like, dog, who told you to wear this?
Slap on another layer.
Do that to women, and we shouldn't do that to women as well. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
yes, we should.
But I'm saying like in terms of like the celebration, I don't think that celebration exists when it comes to men, which I don't care for. Like, to be honest, I'm not gonna celebrate a guy for being like I'm so big and whatever. I'm like, dog, get in the friggin' gym.
It's mad. I think also like there's I've been looking into it a little bit. Also like during uni, this was a big conversation when we're doing like I think it was what was the subject? It was like endocrinology, like when you're looking like all the hormones and the way the body systems work and all that kind of stuff. There's a massive element of like metabolic conditions as well that actually just cripple some people in this, which is where it's like what Ozempic currently right now is doing is like borderline groundbreaking stuff, right? Yeah. With obviously caution and dangers ahead down the line, right?
Yeah.
But it's like for those people where this means they can get that particular surgery. Because like sometimes if you're bigger, you can't get a heart surgery that you really need. You can't get like a particular like gastric bypass, all that kind of stuff.
It changes people's life. That level of weight loss, like those surgeries and stuff. And that's why I'm like, the Ozempic, obviously there's no medical advice, but it's like, I don't know. Are you going to die 15, 20 years earlier than you should? Or are you going to deal with a little bit of, okay, I have to be on Ozempic forever? What do you pick, right? You know Big Boy, the radio host?
Yes. Oh, bro.
Big Boy used to be 600 pounds.
He was Big Boy, bro.
That's why he's called Big Boy.
Who was it that?
Sorry.
Will Smith. Will Smith told him, for every pound you lose, I'll give you $1,000.
Really?
Right? And he's like, because you're going to die otherwise. I love you and you're going to die if you don't take care of yourself,
bro.
Right? And like, he lost, because you need to lose a certain amount of weight before you can do the lap band or the gastric bypass. I think it was gastric first, right? And then it got to the point where like, all right, you can do the surgery then. And then like, bro, he's skinny. He's been skinny the whole time that like I've been a fan.
Yeah,
right?
literally.
So but it's like he says he's like I would have died within like a couple of years if I didn't do that.
Serious health ramifications and
that's where it's like I think that when you boil it down to life and death, you're like, is it worth celebrating something that makes you feel okay now? If it's going to lead you down a really bad path. Yeah. And this topic, that concept applies to so many topics that society deals with, right? From drugs to alcohol to
sex.
Like that stuff. But to approach to work, right? All this kind of stuff, right? Like laziness, whatnot. It's like, but specifically in terms of weight, it's like, I don't know, man. Like imagine you're looking at your best friend and they don't stop growing horizontally and you're like, and someone somehow tells you they have 5 years left, or help them get on track.
you put all into that.
And you guys are gonna grow all together.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
I think we have a healthy relationship when it comes to the weight thing in our friendship group. I think like there's an element of like, we've got good looking healthy guys. I got myself that's trying to, you know what I mean, figure this out. There's good healthy, and then there was me here. And I think there's a good encouragement amongst us of like, hey, Daniel, man, so you know what I mean, sort it out, bro.
Get to the gym, sir.
You know what it is? You know what the heck it is? Is when you link up with the man, then you get a dap and they flick it.
that's crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
Y'all be doing that to each other?
Oh, we know exactly who it was. And I flick his back now because he's starting to get them now.
Whoa,
Too.
Happy relationship.
Happy relationship.
Whoa.
But it's like, there's a funny cultural piece that is missing as well in this, where from all of our backgrounds, there's a weird shaming of getting bigger, but an aspect of celebration of it sometimes too. In a weird way.
Wealth, a lot of
wealth,
that's what it
In
used
which
to me.
culture, though?
A little bit, bro.
I don't think so. Not the celebrating.
Not celebrating.
Wait, was that not a thing?
I'm
in
telling you, bro.
Sudan?
Come on. In terms of wealth and abundance.
Isn't
Not
it
like that. It's like there's like a there's like a
Like
cut
she's,
off. Like
there's
you
a
know.
cut off.
Yeah. Exactly.
For us.
Yeah.
Too much full, bro. What's going on?
Well, okay.
Yeah, there's like a
Because
certain
often
amount
you see
where
the
it's
guys
like,
are skinny.
yeah.
And you know
And they
the
got the-
Somali
And
guy
the-
meme where it's like the thighs next to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't, like, it's funny because I think about it in Nigeria, even Yoruba culture, right? There is a bit of that shame sometimes, but that's just aunties in general and judgmental, I guess,
Of
aspect.
course.
But then there's, so Orobo is
Yeah, we know.
big.
We know, yeah.
Okay, why you say it like that?
I heard that one before.
But then it's like, they'll do a one like, Orobo. Like, even that song, what's that song from that movie? Biggie,
Biggie,
Heavy,
Heavy.
I know you want me.
Yeah.
Come on, like, there's a little element of like, hey, man, yeah, you got a little bit of something on you, but it's good. Shake it.
Yeah.
But like, nah, it's not healthy, bro.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's a weird one there, man.
Yeah. I think there's like a point where it's like, it can look attractive. Some people look good a bit bigger. Like,
It's funny, like, and then they lose when you're like, oh, like,
yeah, like you know how like a lot of girls like like
What,
like
like
the
in the guys?
NFL,
Yeah.
like the NFL kind of bigger, where it's like he's pudgy, he's whatever.
and
but
are they healthy then? Because they're
they're
moving.
healthy.
They're
Like,
healthy.
some of them are
Yeah, I was
very
gonna
healthy.
say they are.
Yeah.
So they
but they
move
just,
it.
bro, it's like I can see how they say, oh, when you hug, it's like a bear.
Bear.
I get it, whatever.
Oh, my days, man.
But it's still within the boundary, you know. It's like you can not my 600-pound life, bro.
Bro.
That one's
It's funny,
crazy.
MrBeast right now has got a friend, one of his friends, that really, he was quite a bigger guy. I can't remember how many pounds. Maybe it was like 300
identify
pounds.
as skinny.
Huh?
Does he identify?
Nah, he got rid of that one.
Right. Yeah.
He's been in this facility for 2 months at the moment. Just, it's crazy. So
I'm with it, bro.
He can't leave. He can leave whenever he wants, but doesn't get the prize money. If he loses a certain amount of money, he gets the, loses a certain amount of weight, he gets the prize money. I forgot what the, it was like 500,000 or quarter of a mil or something like
And you're
that.
coming out with your life
Wow.
right.
Yeah, and
Money
And
up.
money, yeah.
brother, and the whole world knows you too.
And the whole time the situation was done in Turkey, so your hairline's fixed.
fixed, bro. So like, yeah, he's had a friend
Life.
in there for 2 months right now.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know if this video will be released or not, whatever kind of thing. And they have a dietitian that works with the guy, a personal trainer. He's got all the gym, all the food is delivered for him, whatever amenities he wants. Pretty big facility, but he can't leave. If he leaves, he loses the money. If he stays and loses the weight, then he wins the money as well. People are coming at him like, yo, this is a little bit like exploitation, this, that. I'm like, bro.
Okay.
He said,
My friend's
okay.
gonna be grateful when he has 500K and he's lost all that
And he
weight.
got some more.
My friend does not feel exploited.
Yo, I mean, he's in there of his own volition as well. So like, what are we
He can
talking
leave
about
anytime.
here?
That's what they say about my what's it called? Biggest Loser.
Biggest Loser
all
and that,
stuff
yeah.
nowadays. Yeah.
People used to
That
say that
show
it
was
bad.
wild, bro.
Okay,
That
maybe
show
I've
was
read
actually
the whole
wild.
situation wrong, but people were like, it's so wild that they'll put quite bigger people in that temptation room. I was
Isn't
like,
that
I
the
don't know,
whole point of
be
being the
tempted.
Biggest Loser.
I was like, be tempted and overcome it, no? But people were like, this is horrible, da da da.
It was funny when you see them like crying. Oh, why are you crying? I really wanted the cornetto.
Aw.
Like it's a little bit sad, a little bit funny. Like feels like a comedy sketch.
It is horrible that a lot of those guys gain that weight again though. Like it's, I guess, technically they probably were a bit exploited for the views if after that you just thrown it to the wayside. Yeah, I don't know.
But I think Lizzo is she is a good example in like, yes, she was celebrating herself when she had the weight, but it's like she's now done the work and she's even happier now that she's lost the weight. She's healthy. She's able to like, move freely. Because like we said, it does come with a lot of like health.
So much. And like sometimes I see elements of it firsthand in people that I know, like people that I love, to be honest. Like it's just like, bro, like you're not living life to the fullest because of this, and you keep complaining about all the symptoms, never the.
I was gonna say, the symptoms,
knees, ankles, this, that. It's just
breathing,
like,
tiredness.
I reckon I know what it is. Actually, there's a guy in you guys might know. You'd probably recognize him. He was like 21 years old, like around our ends, right? Like friends with a lot of our friends.
Okay, yeah.
21 or something, and at the time I think he's around 6 foot or something, right? So like the height matters when you consider weight, right? But it's like he was heavy enough that he was considering getting, the CPAP machines for sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Right? Because he's like struggling to whatever else. And at 21, and he was like, bro, I need to lock in. Either that or I just lock in. But locked in looks incredible. Looks incredible. He's like, I don't need that stuff, obviously. Because that stuff affects your sleep. And then again, when your sleep's affected, bro, you're lethargic. You're it's just
affects your work, your relationships,
bro.
I can make a move, man.
That's it.
I can make a move. You got a game for us there, man?
Yeah, we actually do. All right, so we're going to do the same game that we did last week. List as many as you can in 30 seconds. And our resident YN in the room is going to help with the game today. He's got a category for us. Yeah, you got a category? All right, so you guys ready?
Sure, man.
Is he going to say it in the mic, or are you going to say it?
Which one is it?
You can't say it on mic, to be honest. Unmute
the
when
mic on?
Are you gonna
say
they're
going to unmute you. So just say the category, and then we'll do a countdown. Yeah, so say the category, and then do a countdown, and then... Yes. Which one? So just choose one.
It's his moment.
I know, yeah. Time to shine. He's going to get all shy and that. Look at this guy getting itchy.
Whichever one.
All
right, when you're ready, give him a category.
AFL teams.
AFL teams.
All right.
Wow.
How many can you list?
In 30 seconds. 4.
Okay, good. We're starting there. Hey. I'm gonna go 8.
I don't have 8. There's only 12, right?
Is that?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
In the AFL. Yeah.
12. You got 8 of them?
I have to now. I mean, I've said 8.
Yeah, because I'm calling as well. I can't do it.
Call this Bluff. All right, are you ready?
Hold on.
There's no thinking.
I know.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Carlton, Collingwood, Essendon, Hawthorn, Richmond, Sydney Swans, Greater Western Sun, I think they're called. Sorry, yeah. Brisbane Lions. Oh,
give me one more just in case.
Okay. What have I not said? Fremantle. I don't even know if they're still a team. Port Melbourne. I don't know if they're still a team either.
Port Melbourne might be. Yeah.
Did I say Carlton, West Bulldogs?
I think yeah.
Cats, Geelong.
Yeah,
them man there. Yeah.
Funny if I know all these things, I just couldn't have done it under pressure.
Oh.
Good stuff. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got it.
I didn't think you said Perth.
You got it. Good stuff.
Is Fremantle? Anyways, no one cares about that. I was trying to figure out if they're still a team or not.
All right. Next category. Do you want to do another one? Okay. Take it away. What's their category?
Schools.
What?
Schools?
Schools.
It's kind of a good one because I can't do it.
All right. Schools?
Bro, I'm just going to start listing off Saints.
Suburbs, bro.
Bro.
It has to be a legit school.
Yo.
All right. What's your bets?
I'll start off with 5.
6.
Like high school, primary school, yeah?
Yeah.
I'll go 8.
20.
What?
Yeah.
Watch me.
Have that.
Watch me.
All right. You calling this Bluff?
Yep.
What's he doing?
Are you ready?
Watch me, yeah.
What's he
3,
doing?
2, 1, go.
Glen Waverley Primary School, Glen Waverley Secondary College, Mount Waverley Primary School, Mount Waverley Secondary College,
Real.
St. John's, St. Peter's, St. Francis Xavier, and then the other St. Francis Xavier.
15 seconds.
St. Kevin's. How many am I on?
10 seconds. I think you're on 10.
Goodness.
This guy's crazy.
5
I'm out of
seconds.
things. McRob Girls High School, Melbourne High, Sacred
Side.
Heart.
John Monash, have that.
John Monash.
Side.
Mazanot, have it.
Mazanot.
Have it.
So why'd you say 20?
20, bro.
I thought I knew enough suburbs.
Man,
and then
listen,
I
2 suburbs
Oh
and
my
stuff.
to the
God.
suburbs. Oh, my head.
I actually probably could have done 20, I think, to be honest.
So what's that? It's just 1, 1, 0?
Yeah, man. I don't know what the heck that attempt was. I reckon it got
Alright.
up to 15.
Oh, he's two because you got his one as well.
We'll
so
do
2-0.
an easier one. Thank you, sir. Which one?
It's so cute. Like, this is his life. Like, these are the topics that are involved in
honestly,
his life.
bro.
Yeah.
All right, you got it.
Fast food restaurants.
Oh, fuck, just after coming off the back of big back conversation.
I got it.
78.
All right, what we got?
Far out. I'll go 10. Strong 10.
11.
Okay, he's doing that. I really wanted him to.
You giving it to him?
12.
15.
Oh, I have that.
Sheesh.
You reckon you don't have 15?
15's a lot, bro.
Okay.
It is a lot.
Fast food, yeah?
Yep, fast food. Ready and go.
Subway, McDonald's, KFC. Nah, this is too good. Hungry Jack's,
No way.
Wendy's,
Okay, Wendy's.
Taco
nuts.
Bell, Eljana. Goodness, why's my brain finished? Jack in the Box,
He's gone. He's gone.
Carl's Jr.
10 seconds.
He's gone. He's in a dark place.
Damn.
He's in
So
a
those
dark
are
place.
in and out.
He's in
Five Guys.
Oh, he's there. You're there.
5 seconds.
You're there.
5 seconds.
Break,
5 seconds.
Raising Cane's.
Five Guys, Raising Cane's, Nando's.
Time.
Nando's not
Ah!
even one. Nando's not even one.
Bro, you didn't hit him with the Jolly Bees.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
yeah.
That's
Say
actually
Red
all I got.
Rooster?
Red
No.
Rooster. Oh, that's
No one
not
thinks
real.
of that
That's
one.
not real.
That is so
That is not
real.
real. That's an Australian fun. Is that the last one?
What's that?
That was 3.
3-0 to him, actually.
Oh, do I get points for the calling bluffs?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
wait.
My job number
Do you need
1.
one more? Or you guys
Yeah,
good?
one more. Go one more.
One more.
Wrap it
Which
up
one?
there. What are you guys deciding over there, mate?
Parks.
Nah, don't
Nah,
piss me
see,
off.
this-
Don't piss me off. What the
It's actually his life. Everything relevant
Parks
to his
is
life.
crazy work.
Special guest.
Car names.
Car names?
Or car brands.
Car brand, yeah. Oh, right. 10.
13.
I can't keep saying have that. I have to wear it on my chest. 15.
16.
17.
18.
Really, bro? Now it's just male pride.
I think.
19.
You know.
19?
Okay, go.
Oh, God.
Are you ready?
Hold on. Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Toyota, Subaru, I was about to say Camry. Whoa. Nissan, Mazda, Motorola, go. Haval, Cherry, freaking Great Wall, Sanyong, something like that. Tesla, Daihatsu, no, they don't have that. BYD, build your dreams. What am I up to? 10? How many did I say?
11.
19? I'm packed.
Bro, go to Europe.
Europe, Mercedes, BMW, Fiat,
Volvo.
Volkswagen,
Volvo.
Maserati, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Porsche,
Volvo.
Prius, what? Volvo. Yep.
Your time was up ages
Oh, time
ago.
did not. I thought I was cooking.
It was up.
Wait, how up was my time?
On a trip.
How up was my
I think
time?
you on like 13 or 14.
Nah, dog, I got
when you
19,
did it.
but
No, I just let you have it. And keep
Good game. Thank you, guest.
yeah, thank you, special
Oh,
guest, man.
gosh.
Freak, bro. All right, well, this is what I want to get into now, man.
Electron.
Elections, man. We've got a new old prime minister.
Yeah.
Bro. A couple highlights, I guess, that have come from this, or important notes. First time since did they say
Where did you put One Nation on your local ballot?
Bro, this is the problem.
Yeesh.
Oh my god.
That's the important question to me. We know how everybody.
Why is it
voted,
important?
I just want to know where One
what was
Nation.
the order again of them? Like
1 to
there was
9. Mine was 1 to 9
it's depend.
on the local.
Really? We had 1
Ours
to
was
6.
1 to 6.
Our thing ain't up then. Is that what it is?
Probably not.
What do you guys think of?
Latrobe. That's our electoral.
Latrobe?
Latrobe.
Nothing makes sense here. I thought Latrobe was in the friggin' north or something.
Nah, I think because Latrobe goes out. She's got we only had to number 1 to 6 actually.
Okay, so I had 1 to 9.
So I'm trying to remember who I had on there. Obviously, you had ALP, so Liberals. You had the
You got your Liberals, Labour.
Greens. Who else did they have?
Normally you've got a independent, at least
I think we
one.
might have had. No, I don't think we even had Teal.
Um,
Liberal, Labour, Greens. One Nation was on there. I
Yep.
think Trumpet of Patriots, and then there was one more in there. It might have just been an independent, or it was Family First. I think.
Yeah, family first.
Family
Yeah,
First.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So I had
on your local one.
on the local.
Okay,
I'm
interesting.
pretty
So
yeah.
you
Local had family.
Oh no, I did
first.
have family first. Yeah.
So I had Trumpet of Patriots at the bottom.
Yeah.
That was last.
Same. This is why I was asking about the One Nation thing, because One Nation was second last.
Yes, One
But it was
Nation is
only
also
because I
second last.
needed to put Trumpet of Patriots.
Patriots as last.
Right?
Yeah. So I did the compass in the line as I was walking in. So let me just sort
See
my
if
life
anything
out.
changed. Yeah.
So yeah, I had Trumpet of Patriots last, One Nation second last. I don't remember who I would have put. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Who did I put as first? I walked out thinking I mashed up my whole thing. In my head, my thought was I was like, I don't know if I want a Labour Victoria, but I don't want a Liberal Australia. With some thoughts. Yeah?
Oh, that makes sense.
Do you understand? That was what I was thinking.
Because Labour has run this city into shite.
And I was like, for me, a little bit of that came to a bit of hip pocket.
A lot of hip pocket.
A lot of hip pocket, especially when it comes to that investment side of things.
Yeah.
That's where a little bit of my mind was leaning towards. So I was like, a Liberal Victoria, quote unquote, I can, you know what I mean? But a Liberal Australia, I don't know if I'm there yet. You know what I mean?
Very
So
interesting.
that's what I was kind of looking at.
I like that because that means it's a considered vote.
I tried to.
Like,
someone's
some
going to
thought
definitely have
behind
other thoughts around
Yeah,
that.
but
there.
that's fine. But it's like at least you considered what you were voting.
That's what I was
You know
trying
what
to
I mean?
look at. Because I'm like, in the grand scheme of all the facets of life and the people around me, there's elements to this.
Hate a donkey voter.
I'll just do whatever the heck. Bro, I saw people putting up on stories just taking the piss. One Nation won. I mean, if that's you,
Yeah,
then that's
saw
you. That's
that.
calm.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
It's just
a little bit, though, like, this is a serious one.
Yeah, like,
It's a bit serious.
I
though.
just, please.
Take it.
But what do we ended up with now? We have Albanese back-to-back Labour government.
Yeah. So, well, it's 3 years, right?
3-year term.
Sure.
3-year term.
Something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. We'll go with that.
In Australia.
But this is, I think they were saying like this the first time since what? No, it wasn't
Bro,
since.
Since
the start
2020.
Brother, we've
something.
ran through bodies.
Bodies
As
on
a
bodies,
country.
man. Well, we tried to list it since
Bro,
being here in
had her
Australia.
phase.
Bro, the biggest
Her
one.
phase with
Fam.
Parliament.
Well, I got to Australia in John Howard's government. So John Howard, what did we say? We said John Howard, Kevin Rudd, Julia
John Howard,
Gillard,
Julia
Gillard,
Gillard.
Kevin
Tony
Rudd.
Abbott.
No, I think Kevin
Kevin
Rudd
Rudd
again.
again, yeah. Kevin
Kevin Rudd again.
Oh, that's
Tony
the one when
Abbott.
he went,
Yeah.
started playing downball with kids.
Bro,
Yep,
Kevin
Tony
Kevin
Abbott.
07, man. Tony Abbott.
Tony Abbott.
Turnbull.
Malcolm
Turnbull.
Turnbull.
Yeah.
ScoMo. Albanese.
Yeah.
Albanese.
Yeah.
So we're going into our 9th term of a prime minister since I've been in this country. To be honest, that does track with the 3-3-3 situation. 3-year. But bro, it's just been tennis ball. Back and forth. It's like no one can retain.
No,
A
it's
party isn't retaining government to implement something in the long
Yeah.
term.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then again, it's like, okay, how different is
You know
our...
what the problem is with all these parties is that people are more, they have allegiance to the party more than love for the country a lot of the time, right? And so it's like they don't set up their 3 years in a way that if the next 3 years is the other party taking over, let's give them something good to run with. It's like these systems all collapse once we're not in Thingo anymore. And there you go. You got 3 years to reset. 3 years is not enough time to reset anything.
It's really
Bro,
not.
it's the fact that like you get people talking about like all the time. This is what they say. Oh, we inherited a Labour government. We inherited a Liberal government, and look what we've done. It's like no, you inherited the position of the Australian government, right?
Yeah.
Are we not all meant to be looking towards the betterment of the Australian people in your different ways that your party, I guess, might have a affinity towards or like a direction? But for the overall, it's like it's very interesting that it's meant to be this different thing.
Yeah.
Very, very different.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense when it comes to democracy, but then now you start to think this democracy makes sense sometimes even. It's weird.
I think we might have said this off camera or something, but it's like with the dictators,
Yeah.
it's like it's bad. In general, it's bad. There must be somewhere in the world where like a dictator has been good, but I just don't think it's okay for anybody to have power for that long. But it's like at least they have enough time to implement and
do
change
stuff,
and re-strategize and strategize
yeah.
again and all that kind of stuff. It's like really 3 years, 6 at most. It's like stuff can change for sure.
Yeah.
But it's like, do you revolutionize anything within 6 years? I don't know.
And the craziest part, but this is when you start to really wonder what the heck.
Not that I want a dictatorship. But
Yeah, I know, yeah. This is when you start to wonder what does the politics actually do. Because I had a meeting with someone last week, and they're involved in government and whatnot. They're talking about, like, she's talking to me about things of 2040, 2048, all these type of years. Things are in motion.
Okay. What does that tell you then? What does that? No, what does that actually tell you?
It tells me things are in motion regardless.
It tells you that there must be, and this gets talked about in America a lot, the deep state, right? Which is the idea of like there's a government that we don't know of that stays there.
Yeah.
Right, that makes these decisions, calls these shots, and at first it was just this whole conspiracy theory, whatnot, blah blah.
Like these guys are just the front.
Like,
that we're
exactly,
seeing.
but it must exist because it's like when you really look at it practically, if every time we've got to reset this means we've got to change all the jobs, we've got to unemploy everyone and then employ again, and all this kind of stuff. Nothing's gonna get done, and so there must be something that exists here to an extent
That
within
exists
that
outside
kind
of
of
that.
thing to be able to plan until 2040, right?
Yeah. That is
Something
true,
must, and it's like, it's not 1,000,000% cynical, but it's like, because it's like otherwise nothing is gonna get done.
Yeah, bro.
It's like we need things.
There has to be that foundation.
but the people still need to feel like they're electing and whatnot, and there's probably stuff that we're electing on.
Bro, sorry, it wasn't even a 2040 thing. She said
2140, isn't it?
She was saying 40 years.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah,
So
bro.
2070,
She was saying 40 years.
2065.
How mad is that? It wasn't 2040.
Yeah,
it was
so,
like, yeah.
because it's like, what do you know is going to be the laws around that point? I think maybe a lot of the stuff we elect on applies to like a lot of morality laws, right? So like our views on
Yeah, like
gay, trans,
there's a
this,
a
that,
level of
right?
the
There's-
practicalities.
But I think when it comes to like all the laws that we don't really get excited about or passionate about, of like motor transport and
But that's what you'd be cussing up a storm about down
Cargo.
the line when it's
Yeah.
not,
yeah,
it's not sexy enough for you. Yeah.
exactly.
There's a couple highlights, I guess, from this election. Labour secured an expanded majority, so they won at least at this point of recording at least 86 seats, and they only needed 76, which is now the first time for a Labour government to be re-elected with an increase in their majority. So it's like I think
Last time it was 77.
they just
got
won.
it. Yeah.
Last year was 77, so they've increased in their majority now, which is when you think about it, it's like, okay, where's the people group swinging now?
What does the double majority look like for this one?
Double?
So obviously in Australia, it's not just first past the post. It's not just like, did I get the most votes? Cool. No, it's did I get the most votes and did I win the most states?
Yeah. I don't think
So like, because I'm curious, did they win all the states?
Pretty sure.
It says here, Labour's strengthened mandate. Labour's victory was bolstered by gains in Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, and Tasmania. The party's primary vote rose to 34.7, and the coalitions fell down to a historic low of 31. So they've grown in the states as well, specifically too.
Yep.
Like as in,
Yeah.
there's the majority within states.
But we don't know
now
the numbers
too.
yet on that.
I
Like,
think not from what I've got in this summary in front of me here, but clearly a growing in
For sure.
growth in popularity for them. Like, and this one I wonder, I'm like, yo, opposition ran a horrible campaign. Because you know what the problem is with them as well?
yeah.
It was hard to delineate them between your Trumpet of Patriots and your One Nation. It looked like
There
Labour
was
and Greens
alignment.
versus
Yep.
Yes.
everybody. You know
Yes.
what I mean?
Yes.
And when there's such a strong, these Trumpet of Patriots, like even with the mass comms that they were sending out.
Text messages.
Text messages on text messages, YouTube ads were pumping it. You know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
what did I say? Clive Palmer shows up every 3 years, spends $100 million, does absolutely nothing, and then disappears again. And he buys all the data from whoever like, it must be that we sign up to things
Oh, of course.
and we tick things without caring.
Yeah.
that's what it
And
is.
and that fine print must say we're going to sell your data to a bunch of political
This,
stuff
I mean,
and whatnot.
when it comes to charity campaigns, similar
I
thing
replied,
happens.
you know how normally you can reply capital letter stop?
Yeah, you can't.
Right. It
There's
said
no
message
option.
failed to send.
Don't get that option.
Because I just kept getting hit by them. I'm like, what have I signed up to?
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. Like they literally were all
The
almost
strategy is
group-
to guerrilla market.
and and without any effect. So it's weird because I think obviously the polls were out before the election day came, and it was the fact that Dutton was losing a lot of it, and the reason of it was attributed a lot more because people were like, I don't like his character. And it's like, how crazy is that it's not even a policies thing. A lot of it was like, I don't
It's
like
who you
the
are.
way this guy presents.
Yeah.
Because that does tell you a lot about a leader.
Yeah.
A leader, but then I was very interested in the fact of what it tells about the Australian people too. Because what I was looking at is the
No,
fact.
because this is the same all across the world.
No, look at Trump.
Yep, everybody liked him because of his personality.
Yeah,
That's
but I'm
the
saying,
exact
but what I'm
opposite of
saying is
not
like,
liking him because of his personality.
but then what I'm saying though is the character, the type of character that was represented. So the Australian people were like, I don't like how
America has more people that think that Trump's character is good.
Yeah. That's how they are.
exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Like the Australian
We don't
people
have enough people that think that character is good.
Yeah. Oh, so we have more people that we put importance on good character in terms of what I think majority of the world thinks is unifying.
Okay.
Whereas Trump was a lot more
Separatist.
separate. You know what I mean? Like at least in what he was campaigning. Like him and Dutton, like people were kind of there was alignments in that kind of thing, right? So it's like the Australian people were like, no, we don't like that. There's a lot more people in America that are like, yeah, we do like that. So I'm like, oh, okay, where Australia kind of lies at the moment? And it's weird, right? Because he conceded, obviously, the loss. And in his speech, even me, I'm watching, I'm like, oh, damn, this guy's presenting really human right now.
Yeah, well, so they all do this. They all do this where it's, in order to win votes, I need to lean into what is the caricature of my party so that I win all of my party that I can, as well as anybody who's undecided that feels like, oh, wow, there's a strong leader, regardless, right? And then as soon as it's done, right, it's like they become very gentle and mellow, and it's like probably more true to who they actually are because they don't have to act anymore because like it's done, bro. Like whether I won, whether I lost, whatever. Same thing you see Albanese, he's just like, no, we don't boo.
We're Australian.
Give everyone a fair go. Whatever. Right?
40 minutes wife.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a great family man.
You didn't say that before, bro. Yeah, man.
But it's I don't know. Like at the end of the day, it's all politics.
Yeah,
literally.
right? It's a game, bro. He's out of
He's out of his own electorate.
Parliament.
So it's very
How
interesting.
mad.
But I think honestly, it comes to this thing that where things are at now financially, bro, people are hurting in general. And so it was like, there's no world in which you're going to make everything more, like you're not planning to tax big corporations. You're not planning to, all this stuff.
Making
and
people
to
pay.
To be honest, Labor's also not going to start taxing big corporations, right? Because if they do, someone's going to get shot in the head and they're going to revoke that, right? Yeah. But it's like, at least sell us the dream.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's like when you're not planning all that kind of stuff, it's like
people like, oh, what am I here for?
This is not the time to, and you got the most millennials ever voting, right?
Whoa.
So that's another thing when it comes to values. It's like, funny enough, like when you actually take, I'd comfortably say most of this room or all of this room, and then most of the people that we know, right, regardless of religious background, regardless of whatever, it's like our moral values probably all align with liberal more than anything else, right? Yeah. But there's
the lifestyle that everyone wants to afford, though.
Yeah, exactly. But then it's like amongst a lot of millennials outside of the people that we know and whatnot, or that our backgrounds, which is the majority of the country is white, right? So a lot of the millennials of that background are kind of like, yo, we can't stand the moral stuff that liberal has. And so they're not getting our vote either. Yeah. Right? And so, I don't know. I don't know. There wasn't a world in which they're going to win.
There's a couple of things now because I was just like interested in, okay, so what are the potential, I guess, policies and priorities that we have now in Albanese's re-elected government? Economic management, so addressing the cost of living crisis, which is, like we're saying, a lot of the things on the mind of a lot of people, and navigating these global economic challenges, with especially US-China trade tensions that are going on right now. Healthcare and housing is a big aspect of what they're looking into as well. So strengthening Medicare, investing in housing initiatives to ensure affordability.
You know, on this housing thing, sorry, because we're on it. So obviously, like my family moved house yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Right? My dad has always been the type that is like, we'll talk about like, like life's hard financially, all this kind of stuff for like our generation and whatnot. And he's like, he's not unaware that it's like, it's challenging on people and stuff. But he's kind of like, look, at the end of the day, it's always hard and you've always just got to, you've got to work through it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a truth to that.
Yeah. I mean, since
and then we tried to find a house to rent, bro, because like, like the property that they own, they're going to change whatnot. So like, in the meantime, we've got to rent somewhere, right? We would go to these houses to rent. 80 people lined up outside. 100 people lined up outside.
Man.
And he was like, bro, this is impossible. He's like, your generation's effed. He goes, you guys are,
and it's like you got to increase what you're willing to pay just so you can
and he's
get
like,
something.
bro, the areas you're looking at, and they're like, the price that they've written is $620 a week, and then it's like really whoever wins it is gonna be paying like $7 or $680 or whatever, right? And it's like he's like, this is cooked, right? Like we actually had to just end up going through somebody that we know's son.
No, man,
Investment property.
Right.
Hey, brother, is have some cash.
Wow.
But it's like, because otherwise, and he was like, oh, like, nah, like it's actually, it's cooked.
Yeah,
and it's like, it was very interesting to see that, like, first time kind of him having a real experience of what our generation tends to be going through as well. Because most people around our age group are now looking for places to rent, right? More than anything. And it's like, especially when you go inner city, the apartments, bro, the lines, like 200-300 people lined up for one apartment, 2-bedroom spot, and they're willing to pay $650 a week or something, right? Madness. Like, this is crazy.
Wow.
Bro, it's these numbers that we're throwing out is actually scary. And the fact that, like, this is, you want to be closer, but then you have to now pay that balance of having to afford a little bit more outside of what you can. And it's like, you want to, now you find something you can afford and you're in the sticks.
And
like,
now you're paying it in petrol to get to places.
So realistically, though, in the next 3 years, we're not seeing the ease of all of this.
Well, I think for first home owners, there's a lot of attention on that aspect of things. I don't know what that means for the
I don't know if that
economy.
drives the price down. It probably will just increase the amount of like benefits.
Yeah. So, I mean, the economy, the market is going to move. But there's a lot of interesting stuff right now around banks changing their criteria, their assessment criteria, like lessening the lending criteria.
Well, I was talking about
there.
my brother-in-law. Sorry, you go.
No, I think there's something about Hex as well, them not including that
I think that was a green.
Oh, was that what they were going to do?
Greens were trying to remove all hex debt.
Yeah, there might be a bit of labor involvement there.
Labor is something about 20% of hex debt being removed.
Got you.
I don't know if they ever go through. This is always the thing that they sell people
That they just
on
say,
because that tends to be one of their biggest expenses that they don't want to pay. And then people just vote for them based on it. Because that was the stupidest thing about the Greens thing when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna remove all hex debt." It's like, no, you're not.
You're not
stop
going to.
lying. Like,
gassing.
You know why it's also such a setup? Because if you got rid of half of it, there's also going to be a bunch of people that are like, well, that's not, you said all of it.
Yeah.
So you haven't done your job.
Where's the rest?
Right? Even though half of it's amazing.
It's all or nothing. Oh, man.
This is all
something like hex that as well compared anyways, man.
But yeah, you were saying your brother-in-law?
Yeah. So he knows the bank systems pretty well and whatnot. And it's like back in the day, bro, it used to be like they wouldn't loan you a mortgage that they have. There's a name for it, but it's like I think it was 3.5 to 4.8 times your annual salary is what you can get in the mortgage. So you got to have a down payment, and then the mortgage will be about 3.5 to whatever. So it's like, let's say you're on 100K, you can get a 350K to 480K mortgage probably, right? He said they've upped it now to about like 7 to 9.
Jeez.
Right? Because it's like otherwise people aren't able to buy houses.
Can't. Yeah.
It's like you might have 200K ready,
but that's not enough.
But that's not enough, even with 200K to get you the thing. And it's like, so, bro,
these times,
these
times we're living in, man.
Well, I guess that's. I mean, you said it before in terms of Gen Z and millennials for the first time have outnumbered baby boomers at the ballot box. So, literally, what our generation and. No, our parents would be Gen Y or X even.
I don't know. Your parents might be a different generation.
I don't even know now. But Gen Z and millennials were the big. Oh, millennials actually like our older
my parents
siblings
are 42.
or whatnot. 42. And keep the age a secret. The key issues for, I guess, the young voters were affordability in terms of housing, climate change, job security, mental health, and education, which tracks along the lines of some of that career stuff we're talking about these days too. So like, even though there's a lot of young people that are saying, I'm not with this whole politics thing, whatever, there's still a rise of like, oh, but at the end of the day, these are still the things that we're interested in. So like the collective voice of young people this time around was madness. And that's why we've seen this big swing there. So it's,
I love that we have to vote in Australia. I love it. I literally, those moments of like, you walk outside, you're grateful for your legs.
Yeah.
I had one when I went to vote. Oh, life hack. Never vote in your
electorate, yeah?
Bro, go somewhere else and tell them I'm not from here.
You get the shorter line.
You get the V line, bro.
I'm never wasting time again. Anyway.
That's hilarious.
I get in the polling booth and I literally stopped and I'm like, bro, like, other parts of the world, people have literally died for other people to have the option to do this.
I'm mad, bro.
No matter how real or not real it is, whatever, there's still reality to it, right? It's like, bro, like, people actually have died for the ability to.
Cats are bombing up
It's like-
polling
like-
stations and whatnot. Like, what the heck do you mean, bro?
Like, bro, like, it's that's why it's like, I find it corny when people don't
Take
at least learn enough
Don't
to
vote.
go in and be like, yeah, I think this is what I want for the country.
Because it impacts everyone.
Yeah.
Like it impacts us all.
Literally.
So,
Literally.
yeah.
Here we are, man.
Yeah.
Here we are, bro.
Shout out.
So, yeah, we'll see what the heck is here.
We'll see if this one lasts for 3 years.
Or if someone
Because you know
does
how
a little
like that's
backstab.
what happened quite a bit. Yeah, we often had the and then we're gonna do a revote.
Back
or
and
whatever.
forth, man. Yeah, well, I mean, there's still
They don't even revote. They just changed the prime minister.
there's still a
at that
couple
point.
weeks of counting some stuff, so that's why there's still some seats in contention. Like,
I love how quick it is. Like you just know.
Yeah, you know
what?
it straight away.
which I'm shook because
No, it makes sense. We're a small population,
It
bro.
is a small population.
Like think about it. If our whole country has to vote, 26, not even 26 million. It's like what, 20 million votes.
no, but
maybe?
when did they close the booths? Like, what time?
But also because
6
you can vote for a while. Like people were going early quite
Yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
they
this
opened
year.
it up
Maybe.
time ago.
Bro, but like,
But like
6
that's
PM.
not even 10% of America after everyone's voted. Not even.
Crazy.
Because I don't know, man. How quick are these guys counting? They're doing little baby count.
Bro, I watched that video again.
The little
the other
baby
day.
counting
I
money?
had to, and then that one stop.
Like, he's actually. He's like, oh, hold on
My
now.
uncle used to count money like that. I remember watching it once and I was like, whoa.
We've lost the art of handling cash
Yeah.
in this generation, man. The movers, though. Let's get there.
Oh, this was
The
funny. Like,
etiquette.
it's just some random things that I like noticed and whatnot. But I don't know why. I was like, it was funny. What did I say? Oh, what bro. Gym guys are the nicest.
Okay.
And they make you feel good about yourself. You know, like this stereotype with like on this whole fitness thing, like when you go to the gym, you feel paranoid, like, oh, bro,
Everyone's looking at it,
it.
yeah.
The wham guys do not judge at all, and they make you feel good. So one of the guys comes through, and he's not tall at all. He's actually quite short, but huge. like I reckon 5'4".
How did he walk through your
5'3".
door? Sideways?
brother? Like huge. Also, like crosses tatted under his eyes,
Oh.
thug for life, death before dishonor tatted on him, all this kind of stuff, whatever. So he's, yeah, very interesting combination.
What's he tatting?
He's Siberian and like Russian Siberian
Okay, I was going to say, what country is
and
that?
Chinese, right?
Why?
Very interesting mix, yeah.
Mongolian.
Well, that's a whole nother country. But yeah, he's like, but really, really, really friendly guy, whatnot. And so he goes, this is the stupidest thing because I haven't been to the gym in a minute, right? And he goes, guys, look at the size of you. And like in a good way, like, as in like, right, like, do you work out? And I was like, it's been a while, man. Bro, I just got giddy.
That's
Bro, I
not
got giddy. I was like, this is so
Legos out.
disgusting. And then later on, like after another, I don't know, 40 minutes, like, he mentions it again. I was like, what?
This guy, yeah? He went and unpacked all these clothes, slapped on some shorts and a singlet, quick.
Bro, he said, can you just help us with this one thing? Because
Yeah.
he's like, because the other guy that was helping him is tallish guy, Algerian, like a very random mixture guy.
French.
But like, as soon as he walked in the house, my mom was like, oh, you're Arabic.
Yeah, oh, man.
He was like, yeah, kind of.
Kev.
But he was like, oh, like, he's like, I'm too short to carry this one particular thing. Do you want to help him out? I'll just help you guys from the thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, yeah, okay.
Nah.
You're gassed.
Bro, is that. And then I was like, this one piece of etiquette, which I was like, because I don't know if he's religious or whatnot. I have this, I have artwork in my room and whatnot, and I'd taken it all off, and it's like just frames.
Yeah.
And then I also have one cross from my baptism as a child, right? Like it was just given to me. It's like a cross with a little boy praying on it. It's just
Yeah,
random.
yeah.
I forget it's in my room until someone points it out, right? But I've always had it hanging in my room everywhere. So I had removed all of them off the wall and put them on the like bedside table. And then they've come and like cleared stuff out of my room. And they've put all the frames of the photos on the floor, but he's left the cross on the windowsill.
All right,
And I
yeah.
was just like, oh, it's kind of like dope. Like just the
consideration?
etiquette and the
Yeah.
consideration around it. I was like, I don't know, like for some reason I was like, oh, that's kind of warm. Like people are still decent. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah, for
average
sure.
person is like the average person's good, bro. Like, and I think this is when we talk about this whole politics conversation and whatnot. It's like something has happened where we've gotten so like everything feels extreme on every side.
It's the louder
right?
voices, man.
It's like there's almost like if I don't do this, people aren't gonna rate me. And it's like in reality though, bro, people are just decent. Like, cause I ended up going to the store to get them some like sandwiches, like 7-Eleven, right?
Oh, come on.
And because when I was like, oh, look, what do you want, right? And he was like, oh, just give me like the chicken Caesar wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I get there and it says like, it's got bacon in it as well. So I bought 2 of those, but I also bought 2 chicken sandwiches because I was like, hey, I don't know if
In case no
the
bacon.
Algerian guy, because
Yeah.
he's Muslim, I was like, I don't think, and I told him, and he was like, oh yeah, I can't. I'm like,
Yeah.
fine. But I was like, bro, people are just decent all across the board. You know what I mean? It's like, that guy's Muslim. He's the one that left the cross on the sill. You know, like it's like bro, people are just good. And it's like, but something happened where like online we go, people are bad if they don't agree with me.
There's 2 things that even comes to mind with this. One, that phrase that I think I mentioned when we were talking about bad relationships of like no one talks about the planes that land. So the conversation is only around the crash lands. So the conversation is only going to be around the people that are polarizing.
Yeah.
No one's talking about the people with nuance and the people with consideration, all that kind of stuff. And then the second one was actually during we had a Connect group years ago. And Ryan, actually, who we had years ago as well on the pod, he said something around the fact of like, your religion is actually attractive to people.
Yes.
For the most part, in the sense that, because I think I mentioned it even on the pod here, where I actually had that one friend who was doing a uni assignment on community. So community as a whole.
Yes.
And then she specifically was coming to me and asking like, yo, can I actually ask you questions about church? Because I've noticed how much of a community you guys have around you and how important that is and the values that come from that. And it's like, your religion actually, for the most part, is attractive and intriguing to people. Like, most people are probably quite warm to receiving the conversation sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
I think.
Yeah, there was a study actually. I remember years ago, my sister told me this. There was a study that was like the average person, average Australian, feels safer and good about having a church in their neighborhood, even if they don't go. Yeah. It's like if they're like, I like it. It's good.
Just having it there. Wow.
An element of it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, even we said about the thing around I forgot his name now. Scott Galloway, was it?
Yeah.
And he's not even a Christian guy himself, but he was talking about the fact that like, yo,
we need something.
Do we need to get more people in church?
It's like, I don't know if that's true, but we need
I
something.
don't know what it is. Yeah, that's interesting.
The final one, it
like
was
that.
cool observation because my niece, my sister, and like her family came over to like our
the current renting group.
no the crib just to like they needed to take some like stuff.
Or like on a say goodbye thing.
Like, they needed to take, it's very random, like some door handles or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then, but my niece was like, I was like, oh, like I want to show her like the house empty. It's interesting also just observing kids interacting with like how unaware they are of certain elements like race, the way someone presents themselves, all this kind of stuff. So like she's very bubbly most of the time, and so she just goes and talks to the one of the removalists, right? And it's the fully tatted up guy. Yeah. Now, my niece doesn't really get exposed to many people like that, just because most of our friendship group, no one's like, face covered and all that kind of, like, it's just not really around our circle that much. But there's no question about it. She just starts talking to me.
Yeah.
She's like, what does that do? Whatever. And he explains to her how the thing lifts and whatnot. And then she just goes, I don't like the sun, too sunny. And I'm like, you're not thinking anything
just
of
another
this person.
individual
Like,
that's there.
He has
Yeah.
stuff on his face.
That's
and
so cute.
on his knuckles and all. You know, it's like, it's very interesting.
No question of why do you have cartoons on your hat?
No, like, and I was like, oh, like Lila.
You're
please
waiting
don't
for
Say
it.
something.
This guy's dead before dishonor. You think he's gonna let you dishonor him?
Nah, it's so cute. It's the innocence
It's
that's
so
there. It's
sweet.
just the innocence.
And I
Yeah.
take it in the house, and I was like, bro, I don't know why. Whenever you're like renovating or taking something down, whatever, I just get the urge to kick the walls.
Nah,
Like,
you
kick a
dragged
hole
it.
through.
No way.
Right? Or like punch the holes through the wall, whatever. Because I'm like, I'm not
What
gonna do
the
this.
heck?
But I'm like, it's fun. Do you remember when we took down church time ago? I feel like that might have been the first thing that you and your dad came to help out.
Hold on now.
This
Yes.
is when church was the other way around.
Wait,
and
I
the
remember
sound
this.
booth, we older men came through.
Yeah,
We all started jumping
wait.
through the wall.
Wait, don't forget this.
It's a good feeling. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was going the other way, and we all started kicking our legs through the
Oh
wall.
my days.
Anyway, so I kicked my leg through the wall, yeah, and she starts giggling. She goes, right. And I was like, I'm going to do this at your house.
Oh.
She goes, no.
Yeah.
I was like, why not? She's like, my house is new and my house is bigger. And I was like, who told you? I was like, what? So you don't like my house because it's old and small? And she's like, no, it's nice too. It's not like mine.
Bro,
Like,
full blown
goodness.
Converse,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, that one is a
That's so
kindergarten
cute.
getting
No,
taught.
that
yeah,
is
right.
very, very cute.
Yeah, hey, you guys need to shut
We
them
love
doors or something, bro.
In case of squatters.
No, not shut. Sell off some of these things, man. Slap it on marketplace, bro.
Oh, right, true.
We have this problem.
The pieces.
We don't think about
We
it.
don't,
Yeah.
but people are on it. Bro, shot the bench, the kitchen bench.
Probably
People
got
want
some
that.
antique pieces in your home, man.
Oh,
Yeah, that I'm gonna.
he's gonna
You gotta see it.
bro. There's a
But yeah,
market.
okay.
A little bit like, and it's one of those where
Garage door.
slap it on the thing, and then just say, hey,
Who wants it?
Yeah.
bro.
For
People will, but it's people.
and I'm
will
gonna write antique or
People will
Yeah, do
limited
that,
edition
do
in
that.
front of
sand it
everything.
back. You
Limited
didn't-
edition
You didn't
door.
sand a damn thing, bro. Yeah, hey, people are on it, man.
Yeah.
Might be what it. It might be what it. There's a quick, like a couple thousand. Can't lie.
Yeah.
There's
You know
genuinely
what I
a couple
want to do
thousand.
someday? Like I want.
Garage sale.
Oh, this would actually be fun if we. Oh, we might just completely cook it. It's like a property we all go in on together,
Okay.
and then we just get someone to build the frame,
Okay.
and then we do the tiling in the bathroom.
God.
We do the kitchen. We do.
God.
It's not that
Little
hard.
Reno
bro.
DIY.
Just get someone to do the plumbing. Plumbing has to be done right. Otherwise,
electrical?
I don't want water through the walls, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Plumbing, electrical. Get some
Plumbing,
of the
electrical.
house.
You're right.
Yes.
But then, because bro, we have family friends that save like 120K doing all the tiling, all the flooring, all the
crazy.
whatever on the bill.
does take a lot of time and work,
Yeah,
though.
dog.
A lot of
just
it.
to make the
Yes.
tiles level.
Oh, true. And then you got to put those things between.
You got to
the-
put
Yep.
the little hoof. I don't. Yeah. Hey.
Okay,
I'm down to.
I'm unsold.
We can. We can. I'm down. We can do plasterboarding. We can do that kind of stuff. Easy. That's very easy to do. Putting out plasterboard, putting insulation in the walls, all that kind of stuff. Tiling, we lost our minds. Potentially, we can do well with the floorboards, but again, we have to level that thing.
Floorboard's not bad as long as they build it level.
If the ground is level first,
If it's not, but also once I hit a corner, I don't know how to cut it.
how do you cut this properly? You see what I'm saying?
Have you seen those ones where they do the shape thing, like that ruler that's a shape?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And then you
Yeah.
mark it,
Yeah.
bro. Bang
It
up,
just
bro.
looks-
Yeah, nah, people are doing stuff. I'm down for us to maybe build a deck, because again, I think I can do that.
Now, I remember me and
Daniel,
my dad
please.
said we could do that, and then we said, my dad goes, let's just knock down the whole house.
Hey, housing stuff is fun, man.
It's
It's
cool.
really
It's
be
a really
exciting,
cool-
bro. I'm interested to see
Excited,
what the
yeah,
Reno
to
will
see
be like, man.
The final
And then
product.
you're only in there for like a year before you dip out and do your things, bro.
That's true.
Hey, man.
That's
Exciting
us.
times for everybody. New country, new crib, new me. Come on, new age. That's it, man. Love it, bro.
Take
Let's get it.
care.
Thank you for joining us for another episode. Like, comment, subscribe, share it around, rate on Spotify. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Bye.